coming into an extended child's pose. So if you know that it's not a comfortable position for you, then come into a comfortable position. You can be seated if you want to. And we're just going to come down and arrive here on our mat. Straight away, I can feel that in my lower back. So just take a nice moment here to pause, to arrive. Be soft in the arms, in the shoulders. Just noticing how you feel this morning. How the breath, body, and mind. Just see how that's connected this morning. Maybe it's a little bit detached. I'm just going to take a couple more breaths here. And if you're in this extended child's pose, with each exhale, just imagine those hips are sinking a little bit further towards the heels, creating that length through both sides of the body. One more breath here. And then slowly peeling yourself all the way up, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, coming straight into our cat and cow this morning, dropping the tummy, gazing forwards. Exhale, rounding through. Crawl through those fingertips just a little bit so you can take some pressure off the wrists. Start to find that anchor through the top of the feet. So you don't have to come there straight away with this sort of strength and awareness, but just start to slowly add it in. As you move through cat and cow, maybe that spinal movement has a bit more space and you can move into those positions a little bit better. Take two more here, so moving slow with the breath. And then we are going to come into our balancing table. So just like we did last night, really. So just pushing away from the floor. Have one hand nice and firm. You can be on a block a little bit higher. You can be on the fists if that helps as well, instead of having the angle here. You're going to send your right foot behind you, pushing that heel into the wall. So imagine there's a wall there, just having that length. Take a breath here, keeping both hands on the floor. And as you exhale, draw the right knee in towards the nose. So think cat pose here, pushing away with the hands. Inhale, extend. Take that right leg behind you. And on an exhale, rounding through. A few more here, just moving with your breath. Waking up through the body. And the next time you inhale and send that leg long, then bring the toes down to the floor, sweep it over to the left, push away from the floor, and just have a gentle gaze over that shoulder. And then coming back through center, keeping the toes down. Again, we're going to spin this left foot out as we start to pivot the body round to the right. Right foot plants, inhale, lift the right arm up. So just taking a stretch here, you can reach it over towards the front of the mat if you want to. And then bringing that back, right hand comes down, right knee comes in. Come off the wrist for a moment if you want to, off the hands. Have a bit of a massage here, shake off the wrists. And then we're going to come back down. Gently push away, navel towards the spine. Again, having a little bit of awareness here, and again, feel free to come onto the knuckles if you want to, and you can send that left leg behind you. Reaching, so we're not necessarily lifting up high, seeing if we can keep it level with the hips. Navel draws in. Notice if you collapse through this left side, can you lift up slightly? And then exhale, drawing left knee in towards the chest, rounding through. Inhale, extend. Exhale to round. Inhale, extend. So working through the core into the legs. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Send that leg away from you, then bring the toes to the ground. Sweep the toes over towards the right. Gently push away and then start to look over your right shoulder. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale, bringing it back in line with the hips. Then spin the right foot off the mat, rolling the body over towards the left side. See if you can roll that left foot so it's touching the ground, and then reaching either that arm up towards the ceiling or over towards the front of your mat. Notice if you're collapsing in this right shoulder, lifting through. One more breath here. And exhale, coming back, bringing the left knee in, and then bringing the knees wide, big toes to touch, sink the hips back. Coming back into our extended child's pose. And here you can squeeze and flex through the hands. So just getting a little bit of movement in here. You can even bring the palms to touch. Walk the elbows forward slightly and reach the hands back towards your shoulders, towards your shoulder blades, getting a little bit of a stretch into those triceps. You can sort of root those elbows down and pull back slightly. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming up, bringing the knees underneath the hips. Walk the hands forward slightly, lowering the hips all the way down, coming onto the belly. Bringing the forehead down to the mat. Send the hands back behind you. So we're really moving slow here with intention. We have done some warm-up through the spine, but we're not going to try and force anything here. So keeping the legs rooted, hands reaching back behind you, palms facing down. As you inhale, keep that chin tucked in, pushing through the pelvis, pushing through the top of the feet. Maybe the hands stay on the earth, maybe they lift. Take a breath. As you exhale, folding back down. Two more of these, working into the back muscles, the abdominals. Inhale, reach, lifting, keeping that length through the spine. Exhale, lower. Last one. As you inhale, roll those shoulders back, lengthen through the arms. And exhale, release, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, pushing back up onto knees or to plank. And then we're going to come into downward dog. Take a moment here, stretching through the feet, pedal the feet. You can bend the knees, you can lift one leg if you want to, and the other. Just take a moment just to wake up. Wake those legs up. Settle in, stillness for one breath. And then bending the knees, looking forwards and slowly making your way up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, pushing through the feet, reaching the hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Arrive here in your mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths. Again, just that awareness, noticing how you're feeling, how the breath feels, how it moves through the body. Soft knees here, rooting down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Allow the body just to roll down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding back down. Planting the hands, stepping back. Again, looking after those hands. So if coming into plank is too much, lower the knees, take the pressure off the arms. We're going to lower all the way down to the belly. Come on to the top of the feet. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, either back to a child's pose or into a downward dog. So don't feel like you have to come up here each time. Taking a breath. Bending the knees, looking forwards, stepping forwards, coming into our forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, and again, breathing in. Breathing out. Find something new. Inhale, rolling up. Halfway, maybe straighten through the legs a bit more. Exhale to fold. Planting the hands, stepping back. Plank or kneeling plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Inhale, tuck the toes, pushing up. And downward dog. Take a breath. And remember, you can come to child's pose. One more breath. And then bending the knees, looking forwards and coming forwards. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Find that length. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. And again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Folding back down. Planting the hands. Maybe step the other foot back first this time. Coming into plank. Lowering down or chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Now your choice. Coming back to child's or down dog. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Soften through the knees, looking forwards, stepping forwards. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rooting all the way up. Exhale, folding all the way back down. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Planting the hands, stepping back. Plank or kneeling. Cobra or up dog. Meeting back. Child's pose or down dog. Taking 3 breaths here. Trying to breathe and find that anchor in through the lower ribs. So as you start to exhale, can you draw the navel towards the spine? Finding softness here. Upper arm bones rotating out. Bending the knees, looking forwards and making your way up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweeping all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause, notice. Maybe there's that heat, that energy. Keeping the feet where they are as we inhale, reaching the arms up. Really find that length through both sides of the body. Then exhale, sink the hips down, coming into a chair pose. If you want to bring the feet together, please do. Have this sort of zip up. Don't worry too much about sinking all the way down. Just finding this position that's comfortable in the lower back. So notice if you're really arching here. Strong. reaching with those arms. Maybe the fingertips reach a little bit higher. One more breath. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping the feet back. Feel free to come to the knees if you want to. Moving through a flow. And then coming back to our downward dog. As you arrive here, you can step the right foot in between the hands or take your time to get there. Bring the left heel down to the floor. Inhale, warrior one. Open up through the chest. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step the right foot back. Feel free to come to the knees and go through cat and cow, or maybe move through your vinyasa. Coming back into down dog. Stepping left foot through. Pivot the back heel down to the floor. Inhale, reach. Warrior one, open up. Maybe looking up towards the hands. Exhale, hands come down. Step back into down dog. Feel free to stay there or in child's, or moving through cobra or up dog. And if you're in child's or down dog, take a breath. And another one, breathing deep. Find some stillness, some softness. And then bending through the knees, looking forwards. We're going to come up into our forward fold. Releasing the head down. Take a moment here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Sinking the hips. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale here. Inhale to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. So we are going to go through that sequence again. So sun salutation B. But just be mindful. Don't feel like you have to step back and step forward, and you can stay in a child's pose. You can stay in down dog. You don't have to do the warrior ones. You can just move through. You can take it into a low lunge. So just listen to your body. Listen to what it needs. We're going to go through that 2 more times. So finding the feet on the ground, lifting up, roll those shoulders back. Take another breath here to stay. Exhaling fully. Inhale, soften through the knees, reach the arms up, sink those hips down. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down, planting the hands, stepping back. Remember those options. Moving through a vinyasa. Coming back into our down dog. Stepping the right foot in between the hands. Pivoting the left heel to the floor. Inhale, maybe coming up into high lunge or warrior one. Or our low lunge reach. Exhale, hands come back down. Stepping back, maybe take a break or move through your vinyasa. Coming back in down dog. This time stepping the left foot forward. Pivoting the right heel down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands come back down. Take a break or moving through. Full breath in, full breath out. Wherever you are, child, down dog, take another breath. Bending the knees, looking forward, stepping forwards. Coming up into our forward fold, release the head. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale. Sweep the arms up, sink the hips down, exhale. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, folding forwards. Move with the breath. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Hands down. Coming into plank or kneeling plank. Moving through your vinyasa. Coming back into our down dog. And through that left foot as you step forward with the right. Pivot right, left heel down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands come down. Frame the foot. Maybe take a flow. Take a breath. Step the left foot forward. Pivot the right heel down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Stepping back again. Take a break or moving through your flow. Coming back into down dog. Breathing deep. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Bending the knees. Looking forward, stepping forwards. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sink the hips, lifting the arms, the gaze, reaching. Exhale to stay. Inhale to reach. Exhale, hands to your heart. Pause, so notice that heat, that energy there, relaxing through the shoulders. Maybe a bit like me, I can feel the sun beaming on my face. It's lovely. Okay, from here, we're going to anchor through this through this right foot. Slowly peeling that left knee, left foot off the ground. Working with a lot of balance this week, a lot of length. Pushing through the right foot. Take a breath, maybe left hand comes to the inside of the left leg. Opening that hip out to the side. Keeping the chest, body facing forwards. Bring it back through center. And then lean forward, bend into this right leg. Step that left foot back. Bringing the left heel down to the ground. Reach the hands up. Coming into our warrior one. Staying here, take a breath. Anchor through the feet. Feel that heat. The energy, the prana you've created in your body through that flow. Warming up. Lifting that left heel, coming into our high lunge here. Exhale, hands come together. Twisting over towards the right, left elbow on the outside of that right thigh. Push the hands in towards each other. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe you twist a little bit more. Being mindful. Go into that appropriate edge. As we inhale here, we're going to keep the gaze out to the side. We're going to reach right hand back, left hand forward. And then coming up, straightening through the legs, leaning back, right hand comes to the back of this left thigh, opening up, full breath here. And then bending into that front knee, drop the right hand down, inhale, reach. Exhale, warrior two. Arrive here. Take a breath. Find those foundations. So I quite often end up sort of leaning forward slightly. So just trying to bring head over heart, heart over pelvis. Strong in those legs. One more breath here. Inhale, reach straight through that front leg. Both arms come up, looking out to the side. And then exhale, coming back into our warrior two. Pivoting the feet or that back foot, bring the left hand down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, maybe turn the right toes out slightly. Pivot this back foot so you're coming onto the edges of both feet. Maybe looking back towards the back of your mat, reaching with that right hand. And then coming all the way back. Right hand down to the ground. Stepping right foot back down, dog or child's pose. Take 3 breaths here. Find some softness, some stillness. If you want to take a vinyasa, you can. And then softening through the knees, looking forwards, stepping forwards, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. It's raining now. My apologies if you can hear the rain. Take a breath here as we stand. Relax through the shoulders, drawing them down and away. Shift the weight to the left side. Slowly peeling that right leg up. Coming into our one-legged Tadasana. Have this lift. So the tummy, the navel starts to switch on. The hip is lifted. One-legged Tadasana. And then right hand to the inside of that right knee. Maybe opening the hip out to the side. And keep your left hand here. I always feel like I'm in this karate pose, but it seems to keep me a little bit more lifted, having my thumb to my chest, to my sternum. And then bring the right knee back. Start to lean forward as you push that right foot away. And then step the right foot back, bringing the heel down to the floor. Coming into our warrior one. Arrive here, reaching with the arms. Notice if this right knee is dropping in. Can you find the edge of that right foot? Maybe looking up slightly. One more breath. And then pivot the back foot so you're in a high lunge. Anchor that right heel so you start to push the heel away. Reaching with the hands, turning towards the left side. And then bringing right elbow to the outside of the left leg. Have this lift here. You can sort of collapse here, but try and have this lift, this twist. Breathing deep. Finding that foundation. From here, we're going to lift up, keep the legs strong, reach the left arm back, right arm forward. Take a breath here. And then as you inhale, straighten through that front leg, leaning back, reaching with the right left arm, perhaps comes to the back of this right thigh, maybe to the outside. Take a full breath here. One more. And then exhale. Pivot back, foot round, coming into our warrior two. Again, just set yourself up. Setting head over heart, heart over pelvis. Dropping those shoulders away. Full breath. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, straighten through that front leg, reaching the arms up, really reaching here. And then bending into that front knee, pivot the back foot, bring the right hand down to the floor. Maybe walk this left foot out slightly, you can turn the toes off at an angle. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Coming onto the outside edge of both feet as you spin round. This is too much to leave it. Reaching left hand back, maybe dropping the hips down. Inhale, coming back up. And either come into a child's pose or down dog, or feel free to move through a vinyasa. Inhaling. Exhaling. Taking another breath in. And then exhale, lower your knees down to the floor. Either come to a wide child's pose or keeping the hips lifted, reaching the hands forward and then melting heart down towards the earth. Perhaps the forehead gently kisses the mat. And you're here, feeling that stretch, that openness. Take a full breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming back up. And from here, just coming back to a tabletop position before we add on here. So keeping left hand down to the ground, pushing away from the left hand, reaching the right arm up, and then threading that right arm under. Lowering the right shoulder, the right ear to the floor. You can be here, balancing. Maybe this left hand is here, maybe out in front. And then just anchor through here. And then perhaps you can lift this left leg, finding that balance, that lift, full breath. And then lower left leg down. Inhale, pushing back up, reaching the right arm out. Exhale, right hand comes down to the floor. Set yourself up for the other side. Inhale. Exhale, threading through. Left hand comes through, left shoulder, left side of the head. Maybe reach the right hand in front. Anchor down through the left foot. Maybe you can lift that right leg. Holding here. Maybe you can hover that right arm as well. So maybe that can go up towards the ceiling. So you're really balancing on this left side. Take a breath. Navel draws in. And then releasing hand, knee. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale into our cat pose. Inhale, cat. And then just staying on hands and knees for a moment. Just take some movement in the hips. So as you bump the hips over, you can start to look towards them. So my hips are going to the right and I can turn to look over the right shoulder and then to the left. Just getting a bit of movement in here through the spine. And then maybe take it opposite. So leave your hips over towards the left, looking over towards the right. Hips go to the right, looking over towards the left. So just getting some movement in here. And then coming back to center, tucking those toes, walking the hands back. Coming to kneeling or high knees here, your choice. Open up through the chest. See if you can feel that little pinky on the floor. So quite often it will be lifted. So just seeing if there is any chance. Obviously it does totally depend on the size of your little pinky as well. So if you're really rotating this foot out, just bring it back slightly. Open up through the chest. Inhale, lifting up. Finding this nice release through the feet. Bring the toes, the top of the feet to the floor. If you need to pad out the knees, please do. So working into this lower back, finding these movements to open up through the spine and the hips. And we're going to add on. So coming into our bit like a camel pose. It's a bit more dynamic, so we're not bringing the hands back. We've done this before. Bring your hands to your heart. Roll your shoulders back. If you feel more protected through the knees with the toes tucked, then please tuck them under. Inhale, open up through your chest. Exhale here. Inhale again. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, lean back, keeping that chest open. Exhale, forward. Sorry, inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Listen to your body. You can reach your hands out in front of you if you wish. You can get a little bit of movement here, so you can lift the arms and then bring them back. Just notice when we lift the arms, it creates this curve in the lower back, so listen to your body. Feel that stretch. Take one more. And then this time, as we come back, reach your left hand back. Maybe your left hand can touch your left foot. If you need to lift the heels a bit higher, then do. And then come back to center. Switch. Right hand comes back. Come back to center. And just switch from side to side. So really opening up through these hip flexors. Building strength in the calves. And maybe two more each side. Maybe you can twist and reach the opposite heel. Maybe you keep it to the same side. One more each side. And then release. Notice how the legs feel. Tuck the toes under, bring the hands to the floor. Rolling back onto toes. Either stay here in a toe stand or take a forward fold. Lifting up through the chest. Lifting up through the pelvic floor. And then driving through the legs. So if you're in this toe stand, driving through, pushing all the way up. Use those quad muscles, maybe staying up on the toes. Exhale, release the heels. Shake off the legs. Come back to the front of your mat. Relax through the shoulders. Finding the breath. Shifting your weight to your right foot. Inhale, lifting the left leg. Exhale, open that left knee out. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale to stay. Find that length, then lean back. Step the left foot back, left heel comes to the floor. Warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, pivot that back foot, coming into high lunge. Inhale, reach, palms come together. Exhale, twisting over towards the left side, right side, sorry. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach the right arm back, left hand forward. Lifting up, straightening through the legs, leaning back, reaching back, taking that right hand to the left thigh, and then coming into our warrior two. Finding our position here, strong in the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, come back to warrior, then pivot the feet round. Bringing left hand, right hand down to the floor. Step the left foot up just a little bit. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, drawing this right hip back. And this doesn't mean that this right leg has to straighten. It's just plugging this right hip in as you then fold over this right leg. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, have this softness as you come forward slightly, lifting through this right leg, so pushing that right foot into the ground, lifting up, let that left leg float, coming into our warrior three. You can take the hands behind you, you can keep them at the heart center, maybe in front, your choice. One more breath here, and then exhale, release the hands to the floor. Take that left leg up, standing splits. And again, don't feel like it has to go all the way up. Maybe you push into the heel and imagine you're pushing it into a wall. You can wrap your right hand around the right calf, drawing yourself a little bit closer to your leg. And then right hand down, left foot joins the right. Forward fold. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Tucking the chin. Inhale. Start to roll up all the way to standing. Exhale. Release the hands. Take a breath. Shifting the weight to the right side. Inhale, peeling that left leg up. Exhale, open that leg out to the side. Bring it back through center. Leaning forward, stepping that left foot back. Heel comes down to the ground. Inhale, warrior one. Take a breath here. Exhale. Inhale, pivot that back foot coming onto the toes, reaching. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Take a breath here. Open up. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Step your left foot up to reach to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rolling up through the body. Exhale, hands to heart. Shift the weight to the left foot. Peel the right knee up. You might have guessed I went to the wrong side. Open the right knee out to the side. Find that lift. Exhale, bring it back to center. Lean forward. Send that right foot behind you. Bring the heel to the ground. Inhale, reach, warrior one. Exhale to stay. Pivot that back foot coming onto a high lunge. Reach, bring the palms together. Lean forwards. And this time bringing right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Open up to the side. Full breath. Exhale fully. As you inhale, reach left arm back, right hand forward. Inhale, straighten through the legs. Leaning back, left hand comes to the back of that right thigh. And then pivot your way all the way back into our warrior two. Take a break. Set yourself up for greatness here. Relax through the shoulders. Inhale, reaching, straighten through the legs, reaching through the arms. And as you exhale, pivot the back foot, bring both hands down to the ground. Step the right foot up slightly. Coming into our pyramid pose, there's always blocks. If you need these blocks to add extra length, feel free. Inhaling, exhaling. There's lots of variations here. Sometimes it's a really nice tool just to lift yourself up a little bit higher. Wherever you are, take a breath. And then have some softness into these legs. And then coming forward, a bit of a bounce in this left leg as you inhale, float the right leg up behind you. Maybe coming into our warrior three. Lifting, straightening, slight lift out of that left hip, turn the little pinky toe down, And then exhale, soften, bring the hands down to the floor. Lift that right leg up. Maybe you wrap the left arm around the calf, drawing yourself a little bit closer. And then release, release right foot down, joining the left, forward fold. Take a moment just to move from side to side. You can walk the feet a little bit wider, have a soft bend in the knees. Sometimes call this like a gorilla pose, okay, allowing those hands to just swing. Some real softness here. Keeping the feet wide. Bring the left hand over towards the right foot. Bend into your right knee, straighten through that left. Take the right arm up towards the ceiling or out to the side, or maybe on the lower back, spiraling that right shoulder open. Exhale, release. Take the right hand, over to the left. Ankle bend into this left knee. Start to straighten through the right as you reach up. Take a breath here. Sorry, straighten through the left as you bend into the right. Find that length. Maybe hand to the lower back and you find some real softness and movement in the neck. And then exhale, release the hands down. Full breath, you can rock those hips from side to side. And then we're going to come to the floor in a moment. You can be there first of all if you want to. We're going to come into a squat. If you know that squatting isn't your thing, doesn't feel right, bring your feet wide, bring your hands on the inside of your legs and have a little bit of resistance here, pushing the palms together and the knees into the palms. It's a really nice variation, so if you want to come to that anyway, give it a go. Maybe coming into our squat here. Finding this lift, finding the outside edge of the feet. So just seeing if you can roll those knees open slightly. Maybe hands come to the floor. There's this openness here. Inhale. Exhale, release. Bring your hands down. If you're not sat on the floor, bring your hands behind you. Take your time arriving here. Straightening out through the legs. Give the legs a little bit of a shake. And then bending into your left knee. So take a full breath here. You have options. So we're going to fold over this leg, okay, with this left knee upright, which means there's a little bit more of a restriction here, okay? So if you start to do this and this doesn't feel right for you, allow this left knee to open up and then you can come a bit more forward because you've got a bit more space. Maybe you squeeze this leg in and you can wrap your arm around. You can wrap it around and just hook it in here and fold here. Maybe you can take a bind. I don't have that movement to be able to wrap myself around. Maybe you do. Or maybe you reach, keep that left foot rooted, reaching forward for that right foot. Notice what's going on in the hip here. Trying to keep that left foot on the ground, or you can allow that knee to drop out to the side. Full breath. Inhale. Exhale to soften and fold. Inhale, slowly coming up. This left foot now is going to cross over to the right side. Taking length here. Wrap this right arm around the knee, bringing the left hand back and just twisting towards the left side. Awareness in that right foot. You can always bring the elbow in if you want a bit more of a twist here, your choice. And then coming back through center. You can take a counter twist, always good. So the counter twists are sort of a little bit less active, just soften to take it the other way. And then release that left leg, shake out the hips. Bring the right foot in, hug it in as close as you can, or again, there's that option to drop the right knee out. So you know your body a little bit better, okay? You can always sit up on a blanket too, and you can be here, maybe bringing your arms on the inside of that right knee, reaching up, and then exhaling, folding forward, keeping that right knee bent. You can have this left leg bent if you want to, and if you want to try and take a bind, you can reach back with that right arm. Full breath, breathing into the lower back, to the hips. Try and soften through the shoulders, through the face, wherever your hands are. And then inhale, slowly rolling up. Bring the right foot across to the left side. Right hand comes behind you. Use that as the support to lift up through the chest. Take that length and then crossing over to the right side. Either anchor that left elbow in to get more of a twist, or you can just gently holding on to this right leg. So lots of movement, lots of leg work, lots of flows today, just to invite that energy in. So just take this time now to soften, to quieten down. Maybe use this quiet time to set an intention for your day. And then slowly coming back through center. You can take that counter twist. And then coming back free. Bringing your feet down towards the front of your mat, coming all the way down onto your back. Just arrive here. Notice maybe straight away you need to bring those knees in. And if so, please do. Take any movement you need. You might need to take a bridge pose. Maybe some gentle rocking from side to side. And then wherever you are, bring your right knee into your chest, send that left leg long. Really squeeze this right knee in as far as you can. Exhale fully here. Inhale again, and then as you exhale, soften and take that twist. Take the right knee over to the left side, gazing over towards the right. You can cactus the arms. You can bring this right foot just to rest here. Take a breath. And then coming back through. Center the hips. Bring the left knee in. Give it a big squeeze. Send the right leg long, like you're pushing that right heel away. It's strong. And then gently bringing this left knee over to the right side. On an exhale, take the left arm out or cactus the arms. You can have it wherever you want to. Take a breath here. And then rolling back through center. Bringing the hips back to center and then send your feet up towards the ceiling. So send the soles of the feet up, flexing through the feet. So just there's a little bit of awareness in the legs, straightening them as much as comfortable. If you have a wall, feel free to bring your legs up the wall with your bottom up really close, and you can stay here for Shavasana or for the end of the class, or just stay here for a few moments. Feel the legs, the tingling, maybe the tingling in the toes. This is a really lovely pose to come into before you go to bed. It's a really nice calming pose. The blood is sinking back down, it's towards the belly, the heart, all these vital organs nourishing and nurturing. So it's a really nice position to come into, especially if your legs are up the wall. You can start to relax more there. You can always bend the knees a little bit. You can take the feet, the knees out wide and take a cobbler's pose against the wall. Stay here if you're against the wall. If not, bend your knees. Slowly bring your feet to the ground. You can either keep your feet wide with the knees dropping in, or full Shavasana, with the legs out straight, or perhaps coming into cobblers. We're not here for too long. Rest the hands wherever they're comfortable. Take a couple of breaths. Breathing in through your nose. Breathing out through your mouth. Breathing in. Breathing out. Wherever you are, just get some movement back into the body. You can take a stretch. Rolling over. Coming all the way back up when you're ready. Just pausing here and sleep for a moment. Again, apologies if you can hear the rain. Just take a moment to relax through the shoulders. Hands can be resting on the knees, and perhaps right hand on top of the left, with the thumbs touch. Giving thanks for your practice, thanks to one another, for me, to you. Namaste.